4 days out, baby. 4 days out. Last back day of this prep. Finna get it in, just strictly back, no arms. We got arms and delts tomorrow. Finna keep that volume high, finna hit every angle of the back. I don't know how many sets I'm gonna do, well, I know I'm gonna keep my reps high, 8 to 12, maybe 10 to 12, depending on how it's feeling. I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm motivated, I'm turned up right now, so ain't no room to be tired, man. We gotta finish strong. This, like I said, this the last back workout. Gym empty, I'm finna get this content for y'all. Like I said in the last video, they be having the music up and the TVs up, so I am gonna do a voiceover. But I am gonna show y'all as much of the workout as I can. So stay tuned, I ain't gonna talk y'all ear off, I'm ready to get to it. Let's get it, man, let's go. All right, guys, here we go. Last back workout of this preparation. Finna put in that work. Kicked it off with some pullover machines. I've really grown to like this machine. I never did this machine at first. Until about 2020, I worked out with Jared Feather and Mike Irzertal. They put me through a back workout and they showed me how to correctly engage my muscles to get the most out of the movement, because at first I never felt the movement. And when they educated me on how to properly use the machine, man, it's a great machine. Help spread them lats out, get the blood flowing, add that thickness, that width. It's a movement that can't be touched, really. I really like it. I also like the pullovers, or the pull downs rather, with the cables, which I incorporated some of those at the end of my workout. But this movement right here just really spreads the lats out. And like I always say, you want to be sure to really control the whole movement as much as you can. It don't take a ton of weight. You still want to be able to get the reps high, like I mentioned before the video started. I'm keeping my reps between 8 to 12. So you want to be sure that you're able to at least get 8, preferably 10, but at least 8. As y'all can see, I'm feeling good, man. I got the good music playing in my ear. And one thing about it, man, music really sets the tone for your mood. You really have to be careful what you listening to, what you taking in, because it can really enhance or decline your mood. Get you some nice music. I've lately, like I said in a couple videos ago, been listening to R&B, old school R&B, that real R&B. Sometimes I put a little hip hop on, a little rap, depending on who it is. But that R&B, man, it just really get you in your zone. Or even some jazz. I know a lot of y'all cats probably don't listen to jazz music, but you get you some smooth jazz music, man, you got you a smooth workout. Mind at peace. You're making a good mind-muscle connection because you ain't all hyped up and rammed up and all that from rap music. Bro, I'm telling you, that music play a huge part. During this workout, I hit every angle of the back. I did at least 4 sets of every movement. Like I say, 8 to 12 reps, I'm sorry. And just really, really focus on getting a good contraction, really controlling that negative as much as I can, getting a full stretch. Second up, we got dumbbell bent over rows. As you can see, I'm as parallel to the ground as I possibly can be. That's the way I like to perform my bent over dumbbell rows, T-bar rows, barbell rows. Any row where it requires free weights, I prefer to be as parallel to the ground as possible to put as much stress and tension on the lats as possible. As you can see, I'm not jerking. I'm getting a full stretch. I showed different angles to show the emphasis on the stretch. And I'm really being sure to get a good contraction and the squeeze at the top. Don't have to be nothing over exaggerated. Just make sure you pumping it like a sponge. Usually I would do each side and count that as one set, but since I'm filming myself and got the tripod, it would have been too much work to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I just did 4 sets on each side at a time. That way, once I reposition the tripod, it can stay there for the remainder of the next 3 sets of the exercise, and then I can move on. And I think it's also good because I was able to get different angles and different looks of the movement to show you guys the form, feet placement, different things, because all those different things can make or break the exercise. I didn't go too crazy with the weight on here. I kept it at 100 pounds for all 4 sets. That 100 pounds hit good, man. When you really hitting them rows the way you supposed to, you don't really have to do a lot of weight. I mean, I can do much more weight, in improvement season, off season, however you title it. But again, this is not the time to be building. We just depleting the muscles right now, getting the pump, utilizing all of the food that we're intaking. I also wanted to be sure to save enough gas to hit the remainder of my exercises. I didn't want to go too crazy on the first 2 movements and then be all out of gas and can't hit the rest of the angles that I intended to hit. Moving on, we moving to close grip rows. As you can see, I'm a big fan of rows, man. A lot of people shy away from rows and do a lot of pull down movements. I'm the opposite. I always do a lot of rows and then finish off with pull downs, or even if I start with pull downs, I don't do more pull downs than rows. Rows make you look different. Like I always say, man, you pay attention to how the other guys train and you dissect. Meaning, if a lot of other guys do a lot of pull down movements and you don't want your back to look like theirs, or you see how they back lacking in certain areas, you find what they're not doing and you do it. You train different, you're gonna look different. Look at the thickness of most guys who do a lot of rows, the correct way. Full stretch, good contraction at the back. You can see I'm not really jerking the weight. And look at the stretch. I'm gonna show different angles on this movement as well to show the stretch of the lats. As you can see, I'm increasing the weight. Got that whole stack on there, I believe. It was feeling good. I like this row machine. It kind of good. Look at the stretch. You can see it through the hoodie. And I'm still gonna get 10 reps, but I wasn't satisfied with the way my form broke towards the end of this set, so I took it back down. Now that I'm looking at it, it don't look that bad, but I didn't like how it felt, so I took the weight back down to get more reps, quality reps, because it's quality over quantity. I'd rather get a good 12 reps. I'd rather get a great 12 reps than a good 10 reps. Each rep counts. It's about sculpting. See, all season, you putting the clay on, you building the clay. Doing prep, it's all about sculpting, chiseling, so you can look like the trophy. You want to look like the trophy that they're going to hand you. You want to look like a Greek god. So it's all about sculpting, reps, controlling the weight, posing, all that different type of stuff plays a huge part. So now we got like a shoulder width medium grip, mag grip. Look at the stretch. I'm gonna keep stressing it throughout this whole video because that's very important. You often see a lot of people neglect and cheat themselves when it comes to the stretch of performing rows. Stretch, contract, control. Keep those three in mind when you're performing any exercise. If you notice, when I hit my seated rows, I always lean all the way back first before I start the movement to find my sweet spot, because each time your sweet spot can be different depending on the weight, depending on how pumped your muscles are, all that stuff. So I always lean all the way back and then slowly come up to engage the muscles where I feel like it's my sweet spot. Because you want to hit it as perfect as possible every chance you get. Head got cut out of this angle, but yeah, I can still see the work. Now we on to the pull downs. This machine is a lot heavier than it looks. This mode's super heavy. And I started with that wide grip, stretched them lats out. It was a lot heavier than I expected it to be, and I wasn't satisfied with the quality of my reps. I felt like they were too fast, so I lightened the load a little bit to kind of get better control of the movement. And I want you to really pay attention to my form during this movement. As you can see, I'm not leaning all the way back. You see a lot of people lean all the way back when they're doing a lat pull down. Think about it, it's called a lat pull down. If you're gonna lean all the way back to move the weight, then you might as well perform a row. You wanna lean back just enough to engage those lats to the best of the ability without leaning all the way back. It's a lat pull down, meaning you want to be upright as possible and pull down. You don't want to be parallel to the ground or 45 degrees to the ground pulling down, because therefore it becomes a lat row. Same thing with the close grip. You see a lot of people really do it with the close grips. I like to try to pull it in front of me. Pull it down like towards my lower chest area. You don't want to lean back. You're taking away from the movement leaning back. Especially with the close grips, when you pull it in front of you, you'll really engage that Christmas tree. You will really feel it. Showing different angles to try to show you how to form as best as I can. To show you how that I'm not leaning back, to show you exactly where I'm pulling down to. I'm performing pull downs, cable pull downs, wide grip. It's similar to the pull overs that I did on the machine, but it's a little different. You can hit the lower lats and engage that Christmas tree a little more and from a different angle performing these. You also get a better stretch on these. And one of the good things about this one is you can go wide, you can go like a medium grip, or you can go close. I'm trying to really expand and open up my back, so I chose to go wide on these. Showing different angles to try to show the form, show you where I'm pulling the bar down to. On these, you can get a little more parallel to the ground as well. I was a little upright, but you can get a little more parallel. It just really all depends on where you feel it most. All cable machines are different, so the pulley systems be different on all cable machines. So you just have to find your sweet spot with it. Just play around with it, adjust the weights, adjust how far you out. As you can see, some sets I'm close, some sets I'm further out. You just have to find your sweet spot with it. Last but not least, you know I had to throw them pull-ups in. It's been a minute since I did some pull-ups. So we're gonna finish off the workout with 3 sets of pull-ups. Maybe I did 4, I'm not 100% sure. But I just burnt out on the pull-ups. I think I did 3 sets. And I got on up out of there, man, put that work in. I know I love pull-ups. Pull-ups is the king of back lifts. I don't care what anybody say, you can move all the weight in the world. But if you can't perform a pull-up, and them pull-ups have your back looking different. Them guys who do calisthenics, they back speed knotted up. So don't neglect pull-ups, man. Make sure y'all get y'all pull-ups in. You can do them before your workout and after your workout.